So there's a woman, a Caucasian woman named Letty. She is the friend of Tina Knowles. She made a long Instagram post basically stating her opinion about Janet's ticket prices. She feels like Janet should not be charging what she's charging for her tickets and for pictures, for people to take pictures with her. I personally think that Janet is being very reasonable with her prices. She is not charging an arm and a leg for her performances. And of course, if people want to take pictures with her, you know, she has to, you know, up the prices a little, because if she made them really cheap, a lot of people would be online to take pictures with her. So I understand why she's making her picture taking prices a little high. I'm still thinking she's reasonable. So Tina Knowles sees the post that her friend Letty made expressing her opinion about Janet's prices, and she put like on the post. Personally, I feel like she was being very shady because she feels like Janet doesn't like her daughter, whatever. Okay, so a while back, Beyonce had an interview, and she expressed that she was raised upper class. And when someone asked her about the Jacksons and whatever, she expressed she was raised upper class. She never had those type of issues. Her father drove a Jaguar. She didn't worry about money and struggling, okay? And then she also said that she didn't have to worry about her father pushing her to make him some money like Joe Jackson pushed the Jacksons to make him some money. So basically she's saying, okay, your father used you and your brothers to make him some money. She didn't have to, she's basically saying, I didn't have to worry about that. I was raised upper class. I really think that was a dig, that was a shot, and it made Janet upset to the point where she no longer acknowledges Beyonce. And I don't blame her. Meanwhile, Beyonce, when she does interviews, Wendy Williams said she sounds like she's on a 5th grade level. She does interviews like a 5th grader. The way she speaks, the way she moves is like a 5th grader. So for someone who was raised upper class, she sure as hell is missing something from the upper class. She's missing something tremendously. Anyway, so I'm doing this reading. I want to see what the fuck is going on. I want to see what had happened. So I'm going to go to the highest power and only angels and spirits that protect us. Please tell me. And then Beyonce wants to feel like she's the queen. There's nothing wrong with feeling like you're confident and you're doing your thing. But to say you're the queen and no one comes above you, when, honey, Janet is the reason why you even perform the way you do. She's the reason why Beyonce even performs the way she does. Beyonce admires Janet Jackson. She's worn a costume of Janet Jackson's video from Rhythm Nation on Halloween. Like, so you know that she's your inspiration. And then she's also paid homage to Janet, but it still doesn't sound right to me for you to brag about being upper class. Like, you wanted Janet and her family to feel down about them not being upper class. But then your husband, Jay-Z, is from the gutter. He's from the hood. He's not from upper class. So I wonder how he felt hearing that deep down. Anyway, so I want to see why Tina Knowles has this grudge against Janet Jackson. Then I'm going to get to Beyonce and why she feels the way she feels. And then I'm going to get to Janet and see why she feels the way she feels. Anubis is here. Oh, wow. Ain't we starting out interesting? I'll take 5 more. For why Tina Knowles feels the way she feels for Janet Jackson. Why is she feeling that way? Death is here. Okay. All right. Hold on. Ooh, this is interesting. I'll take 1 more. Let's even it out. I'll take one more. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see now. I see now. I see now. Woo-hoo. All right, Anubis, which is the god of death. He's an idol. Basically, and then death follows Anubis. This is 2 death cards. Shango is here for fighting and lightning and storm. Anger's here. Got 2 pearls here. And then friendship ends that part. So I'm feeling like Tina is feeling like Janet ended. She wanted to be cool with Janet. She feels like Janet ended the friendship. So now she's bitter about it. Janet, I don't blame Janet. Beyonce did not have to say what she said. She could have kept that to herself. She didn't have to do that. You're bragging about being upper class, but some of the most greatest in all time have come out, were struggling before they made it to the top. You cannot say something like that and expect people to still want to sit down and have a cocktail with you. So basically, Tina Knowles is mad that Janet is no longer friends. Then friendship is here, ends it. She's mad that Janet is no longer friends with her. She's mad that Janet took back what she gave. She wants to be friends with Janet. She's like, yo, you don't want to be my friend anymore? Oh my God. All right, so let's do this right. She thinks she has to turn up on Janet just because Janet doesn't want to be friendly with her anymore. But, you know, you have a daughter named Beyonce that feels like she's the queen. Why do you care about Janet's friendship? You have a daughter that a lot of people admired. Well, if I were her, I wouldn't worry about Janet. If Janet's so small fry and so not important, Tina is sure worried about that friendship. She is hurting. She's angry that Janet ended that friendship. She is angry. I mean, it wasn't a friendship, but it was like a respect. Janet took back the mutual respect they had. The comfort. Janet took that back. That's why Tina mad. Let's see why how Beyonce feels about Janet. Matter of fact, let's see why Janet is no longer in communication and cool with Beyonce. Why is Janet Jackson no longer cool with Beyonce? Why doesn't she acknowledge Beyonce anymore? What happened? Why does Janet feel like she's no longer cool with Beyonce? Okay. Wow. All right. Wisdom. A lot came out. I'm going to just take those, whatever came out. Clarify patience. Ooh, this is looking like, I knew it. I knew. Hold on. I can't take all these. Clarify patience. Why is patience here for why Janet Jackson is no longer feeling Beyonce? Why she doesn't want to be in communication with, she doesn't want to be friends anymore with Beyonce. Why is patience here? Tell me why patience is here. Please let one come out. Why is patience here? All right. All right, so I feel like Janet sees that Beyonce really rubbed her the wrong way. She doesn't see any growth coming from Beyonce. She feels like Beyonce's immature. She feels like she just has nothing to offer her. Then Babalue follows the 3 of Jades in reverse. She feels like Beyonce is really damaging. Beyonce damaged the association. She feels like Beyonce damaged it. She feels like she just damaged it. She doesn't feel good about what Beyonce did. Wisdom. Clarify wisdom. Can you let just one come out? I'll take one. Okay. I salute you. Wisdom. Clarify, I salute you. I don't know what that means here. I got 3 sapphires. Janet's just ready to move on. She doesn't want an issue with Beyonce. She's aware of what Beyonce did. She feels like she's more aware. She sees what she wishes her well, but she's just ready to move on. She doesn't want any problems. She sees what's going on. Wisdom is here with I salute you. And she's done. She's ready to move on. Then Haru is here. She's aware. She's really aware. She's trying to protect herself. Stability. Clarify strength. Oh, wow. I'm seeing, yeah. I see. Strength. She feels like she thinks, all right, Beyonce's not careful with the way, I'm not saying Beyonce shouldn't feel confident, but the way everyone says, I'm the king, I'm the queen, there's no topping me. It's not true. It's not true at all. What should be said is, I'm one of the best. I'm one of the kings. I'm one of the queens. That's what should be said. When you put out there, bow down bitches, nobody's topping me, sit down, you give people the wrong impression. You make people feel like, okay, we can't sit next to her. She feels like she's the queen. Janet is feeling like Beyonce is too much. You can't smile in my face and think that you are better than me when I know you were influenced by me. I don't blame Janet. I don't blame Janet at all. She's surprised by Beyonce. Then we have my 5 pearls. Beyonce spoke about her family. My 5 pearls is about happy families, blessings. Beyonce said in the interview, she's upper class, basically saying the Jacksons were poor and they were used by their father to get rich. Their father used them to make him rich. She's basically saying, I didn't have to go through that. My family was already rich. You don't do that. Janet's done. She don't have no more patience for Beyonce. She wants to be around better energy. I don't blame her. I don't blame her at all. Now let's see how Beyonce feels for Janet. How does Beyonce feel about Janet Jackson? That's what I thought. That's what I knew. Okay. All right. So basically, she don't know what's going on. Olakhan is about mystery, water, wealth. She feels like in this reading, she feels like she does not know what's going on. She wishes they can heal things. Auset is about healing. Auset is about power, magic. She wishes that she can heal things with Janet. She wants to heal things with Janet. She wants to be back connected with Janet. She wants to have a connection with Janet, a spiritual connection with Janet. She thinks Janet is the queen. Nefertiti's here. She thinks she sees Janet as the queen. She wants to start over. Native American symbol for rebirth is here. She wants to transform things. She wishes she can bring that old thing back. She wants Janet back around. What's this one? Yeah, she really wants Janet back. She wants to be comfortable with Janet again. She wants a mutual respect with Janet. She doesn't want this to end. But Janet is done. And I don't blame her. You don't say things like that. There ain't no comeback after that. You don't talk about the struggle. If it wasn't for the struggle, all right, you want to talk about the struggle, then stop sitting next to anybody that came from the gutter. That means your husband has to go. Don't sit next to anyone that came from the gutter. The culture has to go, because that's where the rap, the singing came from the bottom. So give it all back. You want to talk about coming from upper class? To go sit with your white people. Go sit with your people that took everything from your ancestors. Go sit with them comfortably. Beyonce was messed up for that. And she's overrated. She's overrated. In my eyes, I wouldn't pay anything to go see her. I'd pay for Janet. But that's just my opinion. All right, so that's my reading. I found out what's really happening behind the scenes and why people feel the way they feel. And I'm out.